Who am I?
Keanu.
Who am I really?
About 7 years ago, I had this idea, and I met with Boom Studios, and they had said, "Had you ever thought of, doing a comic book with it?" I said no. They said, "Do you want to?" I said, "Absolutely."
When Hollywood's nicest celebrity is mentioned, one name shines brightest: Keanu Reeves. A real-life legend, his kindness, humility, and generosity are well known, and his presence both on-screen and off-screen remains extraordinary. In the spotlight of fame, scandals, and oversized egos, Keanu Reeves stands apart with quiet brilliance. Known for iconic roles in The Matrix and John Wick, he's admired not just for his action-packed performances, but for something even more powerful: his voice, extraordinary kindness, humility, and humanity. Unlike other celebrities who let fame change them, Keanu has remained humble, approachable, and astonishingly generous. He has earned a reputation that stretches far beyond the movie screen, and he is considered the nicest celebrity in Hollywood.
We're almost done with the filming of the fight. We were working out one day, just a very casual workout in the gym, and Keanu had come up to me and said, "Well, I just want to tell you, I think our 12 doubles, our stunt guys, did a great job, and I just, really weird, but I feel like, I'd really like to give them something. And I'd like to give them bikes." I was like, "Well, mountain bikes or something, that's more than generous." He's like, no, I'd like to give them motorcycles." And in front of most of the crew, big Bartels trailer pulled up in the naval base we were at. And one by one, they unloaded 12 brand new Harleys and gave them each to the stunt guys.
It's very surreal to kind of get married, and that was a magical day in itself. But then to have Keanu come for photos was kind of like the cherry on top.
Absolutely.
But why does Keanu Reeves stand out in an industry filled with talent, glamour, and larger-than-life personalities? The answer lies in these countless moments, which show he doesn't just play a hero in films, he lives as one in real life. The most famous example of Keanu's grounded personality is his everyday behavior in public. When a video of him giving up his seat on the subway went viral, the world was stunned. Here was one of Hollywood's biggest stars, worth millions, casually riding public transport and showing simple human decency. That gesture wasn't planned, wasn't filmed by paparazzi, it was just Keanu being Keanu. And that's exactly why it struck such a chord with people. He reminds us that kindness doesn't need to be dramatic to be meaningful. Another story that circulated widely is when his flight from San Francisco to Los Angeles had to make an emergency landing. Instead of retreating into first class or demanding special treatment, Keanu hopped on a minibus with stranded passengers, entertained them willingly with fun facts about Bakersfield, played country music on his phone, and made sure everyone reached their destination safely. He even chatted warmly with fans, posed for photos, and cracked a few jokes along the way, making the stressful situation surprisingly enjoyable. For the travelers, it felt less like being stranded and more like a once-in-a-lifetime road trip with a genuine legend.
Out for back? Yeah. The people who can unload the back won't be here for 3 hours. But the vans will be here in an hour. So if you want to hit the road and then deal with your bags later, or deal with customer service and get it delivered, maybe, if you want to. Its population is around 380,000. Wow. Making it the 9th most populous city in California and the 52nd most populous city in the nation.
Few actors of his caliber would ever think to mix so naturally with everyday people, yet Keanu seems to thrive on it, turning ordinary inconveniences into unforgettable memories of kindness, humility, and shared humanity. Keanu's kindness doesn't stop at random acts. In Hollywood, he has a reputation as a man who takes care of the people around him. After The Matrix became a blockbuster success, he reportedly gave away millions from his earnings to the costume designers, makeup artists, and special effects teams. He recognized that while actors get the spotlight, the crew is the backbone of every movie. Sharing his fortune with them was not only generous, it was revolutionary in an industry where money and ego often overshadow gratitude. On the set of John Wick, Keanu went even further. To thank his stunt team, he bought them custom Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Imagine finishing a film shoot and riding home with a brand new bike from your star actor. That's the kind of boss everyone dreams of. He didn't announce it to the media and didn't use it for publicity. Word spread only because crew members couldn't help but gush about his generosity. What also amazes fans is how he kept his lifestyle simple. While other actors flaunt their mega mansions and designer wardrobes, Keanu is often spotted in simple clothes, eating a sandwich on a park bench, or strolling through the streets alone. The viral "Sad Keanu" meme, born from a single candid photo, only cemented the public's fascination with his humility. Instead of being offended, Keanu embraced the joke and even poked fun at himself later. That ability to laugh at himself shows a calmness that is rare in Hollywood, where so many stars are desperate to maintain a perfect image. Fans love the fact that he doesn't seem interested in chasing clout or proving anything. To him, life appears less about status and more about being authentic, which makes his humility feel refreshing in a world where celebrity perfection is carefully staged and curated. His simplicity gives people hope that even in the spotlight, staying true to oneself is possible. Keanu's kindness feels even more profound when you consider the tragedies that have marked his life. He lost his best friend, River Phoenix, to a drug overdose. He also endured the stillbirth of his daughter, followed by the death of her mother, Jennifer Syme, in a heartbreaking car accident. For many people, such pain could have hardened them, but for Keanu, it seems to have done the opposite. He became more empathetic, more willing to connect deeply with others. When asked in an interview what happens when we die, Keanu's thoughtful pause struck the interviewer, and his reply was, "I know that the ones who love us will miss us." This wasn't just an answer. It was a window into a man who has lived through grief and carries wisdom born of suffering. That single line went viral, not because it was poetic, but because it was real, raw, and sincere. People instantly felt the truth behind his words, realizing they weren't scripted or rehearsed. They came from experience, and that authenticity has made his compassion resonate far beyond Hollywood. Fans often describe Keanu as approachable, even in the most surprising moments. Stories spread online of him stopping to help push a broken-down car, also waiting patiently in line at an ice cream shop just to sign the receipt for a fan, and even giving away his food to someone homeless. In one touching story, a fan ran into Keanu at an airport and nervously asked for an autograph. Instead of brushing it off, Keanu spent nearly 10 minutes asking the fan about his own life before signing. He wanted to connect, showing warmth, patience, and genuine care beyond celebrity status. Even in his professional life, Keanu shows that he values people above money. He has taken pay cuts on multiple films so that producers could hire other actors. For The Devil's Advocate, he willingly gave up millions of dollars so that Al Pacino could be cast. For The Replacements, he did the same to ensure Gene Hackman could join the project. Those decisions cost him financially, but they enriched the movie and gave audiences legendary performances. Such choices reveal that for Keanu, artistry, collaboration, and respect for talent always come before fame or personal gain. And then there's his quiet philanthropy. Unlike many stars who attach their name to charities for publicity, Keanu prefers to give in silence. For years, people didn't even know he had his own foundation funding cancer research and children's hospitals. He rarely talks about it because for him, the act of giving isn't about image, it's about impact. The secrecy of his generosity makes it even more powerful, proving that his heart is genuinely in the right place. By keeping his efforts hidden, Keanu shows that kindness carries its true weight when done selflessly. Culturally, Keanu has also become a symbol of positivity in the internet age. When he appeared on stage at a video game conference to promote Cyberpunk 2077, a fan blurted out, "You're breathtaking." Without missing a beat, Keanu pointed back and responded, "No, you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking." That one spontaneous moment exploded online, becoming a viral meme that embodied everything people love about him: his playfulness, his humility, and his ability to uplift people instantly. It proved that even in massive public spaces, Keanu remains relatable, spreading joy in the simplest but most memorable ways. What makes Keanu stand out even more is the contrast between him and other Hollywood stars. While tabloids are often filled with stories of celebrities' demands, feuds, and scandals, Keanu's name surfaces for exactly the opposite reasons: generosity, humility, and compassion. He doesn't sell his lifestyle to the highest bidder, doesn't try to dominate headlines with controversy, and doesn't demand luxury treatment everywhere he goes. Instead, he consistently chooses the human approach, whether it's taking photos with fans in the rain or quietly donating money to hospitals. Even in an industry built on ego, his grounded nature makes him feel real, approachable, and remarkably genuine, something almost unheard of in modern fame. For audiences today burned out on scandal and cynicism, Keanu feels like a breath of fresh air. He represents hope, the idea that it is still possible to succeed at the highest level without losing your humanity. His kindness has become almost mythical, to the point that the internet has dubbed him the immortal Keanu, joking that he doesn't age and secretly lives forever. In a way, that meme captures something deeper. His kindness feels timeless, the kind of virtue people will always crave in their heroes. In a world desperate for role models who inspire rather than disappoint, Keanu's presence reminds us that goodness, sincerity, and compassion can still shine even in the brightest spotlight. What truly cements Keanu Reeves as the nicest celebrity in Hollywood isn't just one or two grand gestures. It's the consistency, the subway seat, the road trip with stranded passengers, the millions were donated quietly, the motorcycles for stuntmen, the pay cuts for co-stars, the empathy for grieving fans, the humility in interviews, the laughter at his own memes. These moments stack up into a portrait of a man who has never let fame strip away his humanity. Each story may seem small on its own, but together they form a powerful reminder that kindness, when practiced daily, becomes a legacy far more lasting than any film role or box office number. In addition, Keanu Reeves reminds us of a truth we often forget in the glare of Hollywood's spotlight. Greatness isn't about how much you earn, how many awards you win, or how loudly the world praises your name. True greatness is about how you treat people with respect, kindness, and unwavering compassion. And perhaps the most intriguing question of all is this: if Keanu Reeves can stay this kind, generous, and humble while carrying the weight of fame and the scars of tragedy, then maybe the real story isn't about why he is so good. Maybe the real story is about us and what his example quietly challenges us to become. Especially in a world where Keanu can exist, where kindness can thrive even in Hollywood, the question becomes, will the rest of us rise to match the breathtaking example he sets? Or will we let cynicism convince us that goodness is the exception rather than the standard? Let's know your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates. Bye for now.